Hey everybody, it's Jonathan with North Georgia Airless. I'm going to do a little unboxing video and a little introduction to something most of you may not have seen. Honda has had to get on board with the electric engine, motor, powered stuff that is being pushed as a result of everything in California, and some of it will gradually work its way through the rest of the country. We are taking a look at some electric stuff, not necessarily on the basis of what California does, but on the basis of will this apply to our industry. Being real, I don't know that this is going to be a product that we'll ever see used in the pressure washing industry, but by virtue of the fact that it's out and on the market, we felt like we should at least bring it in, take a look at it, and see if it will apply to anything in our industry. So anytime you get one of these, this is what we get as an OEM. It's a 3 separate piece package. Engine, charger, battery, and to be perfectly honest, we have not even unboxed this all the way. We kind of opened the top to see what was going on and peek at this, so we're gonna take a peek at this with y'all just so you can see what's out there. Let's start right here with the engine box. This is their nice little front cover that presumably is supposed to be installed by us. There's a fair amount of switch gear and stuff associated with the wiring harness on this. This is not a engine that is spec'd tailored to our industry so much. These are still very, very tough to get our hands on at all. So this was a motor that we were able to get from our Honda distributor that they had already had on order and didn't use or had a customer back out on because of the spec that I ordered about 6 months ago, and we're still around a year from receiving. So this is going to be the power unit itself. The reason I suppose that this was left off is, I guess, that's where our wiring harness actually hooks up on this thing. So this will be a little bit of a learning curve all around. Battery hookup looks like it's right here on top, and standard 3/4 inch crankshaft and bolt pattern that is exactly the same as you would see on your standard GX 120, 160, 200 engines. This is going to be the battery. These batteries are 82.8 volts, I believe it is. 8.5 amp hour battery, which is not super substantial for what we need in this industry as far as, you know, long-term runtime. Just snaps in here. Got a latch right here on top that holds it on, and a super large wiring harness right there to attach it to, and a nice leather shield connector there to hold it on. The last piece of the puzzle, I assume this is the charger. A pretty hefty charger as well. Battery looks like sits on top just like it does on the engine. Plugs in just the same as it would on the engine. Just a little storage trough to hold everything in. So in a nutshell, that's the package. Now, what I think is going to be an issue with this is battery life. That's a discussion that comes to play in many, many areas of this industry. I think this is going to be another one of them. Talked to my Honda engineer at length about charge times, run times, things like that. There's a sweet spot in these batteries from about 20% to 80%. It's where you get the fastest charge. That's where you get, decent run time. The ups and downs are, there's no way to say, hey, this battery's down to 20% of its usable cycle, let's stop. The only way we can know that is there's a battery indicator up top. One light means approximately 25%, and you've got to watch that manually. I don't see that Honda's going to okay any aftermarket add-ons to shut this product down at 25%. So it would be something you had to monitor. The only reason that that is important is that 0 to 20% charge takes almost as long as the 20 to 80% portion of the charge when you're recharging this battery. When I look at power tools or anything else, if I've only got 1 or 2 batteries, the amount of time I can use it versus the amount of time I charge it matters a lot. When we're dealing with batteries that cost what these batteries are going to cost, it becomes extremely, extremely important. We're going to actually hook this engine up to a pump. We are going to run this thing to see what our actual discharge time is. Our anticipated discharge time is not super pretty. I am afraid that under the load that we're going to have this on, even in like a soft wash pump type application, we're going to see less than an hour, potentially only 30 to 40 minutes total run time on a battery. And if the battery is going to take an hour to charge, 2 batteries won't keep you running solid. That's why I feel like this may not be super applicable to this industry. However, I've read a lot of spec sheets that have been straight up wrong. So stay tuned, and we will actually put a pump on this thing. We'll build this thing out. We'll see what it does. We'll run it for you, let you see the performance. There hypothetically should be no real performance difference in an AR45, Comet P40 type scenario from what we normally see to this actual application here as well. So we'll have this thing built out soon, let y'all take a look at it running, but this is something that I suspect you will see in the marketplace. There's only been a few manufacturers here in the US that have started using this for anything at all. There's some companies that make some vibrating packers that are trying to work with this and trying to kind of communicate with others that are using this to find out as much as we can about the battery situation. We're still looking for a different 12-volt application for a lot of soft wash type things. But anyway, back to the EGX portion of this. This is what Honda is offering. This is going to be the first answer. I suspect we'll have several engines to follow this one over time. Don't expect it to be something you're going to see real quick. Like I said, if I place an order today, year to year and a half to see something that we actually spec. So keep an eye out for this. Just something neat to see for people who like to see what's new up and coming. Again, that's the Honda EGX engine. It's Jonathan with North Georgia Airless. Give us a call if we can help you.